I need a push in the back. Watch out for the crack. Don't hack the crack, push in the back, because we're all gay. That's right, we're all gay. We put it in one end, it comes out the other end. If that's not gay to you, what do you think? All our decisions are different. We fight about it. We call it, oh, it's such a gay decision. So we're always fighting over nonsensical things because it's always the opposite of, and the opposite of everything is always gay. It's like putting two pipes together. Here's the two pipes. I can put them together, but nothing goes through. They're closed. But you put a hole in the pipe, you put something through it, now you got something flowing. All our blood flows through our veins. We must all be gay. All these crazy incidences that are starting to happen, stupidities. We can't make our own choice, the right choice, affirmative choice, our choice. We have to have the whole public vote on a choice that we make by ourselves. We all have to understand, never to forget, of course, that we do live in a society. Not only the society, we live in this world. We live on the globe. We look at you, I look at you, you look at me. You don't want anything from me, you have to have your own garden. Eventually, we're not going to have enough space for everybody to have their own garden. So what do? We must work together. Everything has to be a higher vote and an easier way. Run to your computer, make a vote. Who's going to cheat, who's not going to cheat? Believe you me, there's plenty of ways that you can, even if they do cheat, they won't be able to put everything composite and figure out which element you're going to end up using at the end of the count of the vote, because it'll never be the same. Matrix designs everything. We're connected to a higher source. We make ourselves feel better with what we learn through matrix in our memory. We have standard bred memory, and then we have thoroughbred memory. The memory that we're sitting upon, that's within us, that is grown, the things that are learned that we want to remember, that we react to. The memory. Or we can be sitting on the back of the pack and going, oh la la, this must be standard bred life, right? And then we're picking up the memory from the outer senses, from the senses of our feelings. Girl, the other day, she was annoyed by somebody telling her, hey, you got to speak English, you got to speak English, you got to speak English. Let me tell you one thing about the laws. If you bring, like anybody said and somebody said on CJD, you bring somebody in here, they speak Spanish, what do we change it to Spanish next? We can't direct all these laws. We bring immigrants from other countries, we teach them certain things, but we don't teach them everything pertinent to getting along, like driving. We say it's almost okay. We let other people from other countries build up things within the first couple of years, like driving schools. Like, since when and how many years have they have driving experience in North America? I don't care who they are. I've done millions of miles on the road, and I'll tell you one thing. I don't like to be chauvinistic. I like to be optimistic, but I've seen what goes on, and I don't like it. Okay? And it's stupid. Many people can get hurt, injured, within the way people teach today. Not only teach, but go about doing things, getting things done, and watching, seeing other people, seeing how you're getting these things done. I want to show you something I wasn't going to jump into. Let me tell you one thing. We're connected to a higher source. It's a star system, okay? It's outside the system. Whenever we run into the system, it's secondary matrix, which means it's primary matrix for everybody else, but it hooks up to the secondary element, the beta, which is us. Connects all wireless from the vibrations. It's that energy, it's stuck to the ground that helps us out. We're grounded. Copper Mountain. Number 19. 3 by 19 is 57. Number 25. Y and S. The Navy SEAL. So anyways, what I'm going to show you now is the word love. On the keyboard, center right first key. On the keyboard, top right second key. On the keyboard, bottom left fourth key, and E, top left third key. First, second, third, fourth, C, T, B, T, R, R, L, L. I don't know what it all means. I just found this right now, and I'm going to show you it here. You see it on there? L is the first key, O is the second key to the right, V is the bottom row, E is the top row, first, second, third key. You want to see something else? Q and Z, 17 and 26, have both been moved at McDonald's on the farm. On their little machine for the ATM, it's been moved to the 1 key. Now the 1 is a Q and a Z for the Queen, 17, and the Z26 is 43. The state of B&O, plus the one position that is on is 44. You now have added in the extra component to connect Grover Cleveland is the 22nd president. 2 and 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4, which is 8. And Grover Cleveland is the 24th president, which is 2 times 4, and 2 plus 4 is 8, and 6 is 14. Same odds of roulette. 14 and the first number of 8 is 22. It gives you life in French, because that's what it says. It's B. It's the 22nd letter. Another thing I wanted to say about love is it's also the eye of the eye. L-O-V-E on your in the letters count 12, 15, 22, and 5. Okay, this is wrong. This is reversed. Okay, but 3 and 6 is 9, 5 and 4 is 9. 5th letter, 4th letter, 6th letter, and 3rd letter. 3 and 6 is 9, 5 and 4 is 9. Love on your telephone. 5th letter, O is the 6th key. V is the 8th key, and E is the 3rd key. 5 and 6, 11, 8 and 3, 11. Now we're going to go one more time, if I can do it again. When it works out so that it becomes 9, 11. Love, love. One from one keyway, one from the other keyway. Keyway in, keyway out. Is it under the ground? Is it the Baltic? Is it part of the system of what they call the canals, the root canals, the way the teeth go up and take them out, and they only push once? We have 32, but 4 are way in the back, so we don't bother with those 4 teeth. We take them all right away. We get rid of those 4 teeth on the 4 corners of the earth. We don't want to touch those 4 teeth. Why? Because the wisdom teeth might be only in the North Pole and in the Antarctic South Pole, where they had that Nudemeyer station of whatever, and they're just keeping the earth connected together. So we did the love, 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 and love. There's also ways we can connect the pool balls, but I wanted to go back to something that I started with myself. First we're going to jump on to this. 1 and 6 is 7, 3 and 4 is 7, 2 and 5 is 7. This is what it does on your phone. Okay? This will go on top of this and create the X, while this will be the body, 2 and 5. Same with 9 and 4 is 13, creates this. 7 and 6 creates this. Almost looks like the NASDAQ. What, you think these stock markets are worth anything? These stock markets, okay, if you go back to the nitty-gritty, if you take away, if you add up their true value, and add up their true value to 20, 30, 40 years ago, they ain't worth any more. 7 to 1, 8 to 1. They're not worth any more. How much more did you get? There's more people losing than there are winning, because the people on top are going higher, the other ones, and a few in between get sunk. Okay, so let me see what else I have here. I wanted to show you something that was really weird, is that when I take away 7286 from 3760, which is the time, the change of the calendars, okay, they changed the Hebrew calendar and the Gregorian, setting up in 3760. It comes to 3526, 8 and 8. The Q, which I moved, it was on the 7 key on your telephone. 7 and 1 is 8. The Z is 2 and 6 is 8. 2 and 6 is 8. 7286 minus 3760, the switch of the calendars is this. Now the next thing you have to know is this. 3761, because you cannot go 3760. When you're going onto the Gregorian calendar, you must go over 1, because the year is made. When you get into the year 2, you'd mark 1, no, so you mark the 1 at the beginning of the year, just like you mark January. So you take 3761, which actually comes from here, I'll show you this figure after, and you add up my birth date. I was born in 1963, you get the year 5724, and I was born in 5724 Hebrew time. Then what we do is we go back to this area over here, we get to 8 and 5, we get to 7 and 6. One of the things of 8 and 5 is 13. One of the things of 7 and 6, when we add 5 and 2 and 3 and 3, they're both 13s. They're both different worlds I have on the other page. It's the 13 world versus the 7 worlds, and if you put them all together, it makes the 10-10 and a 10-10 and a 10-10 and 10 worlds. So now you add them up, you get 8 and 5. 8 and 5 plus 25 creates Jack. It creates the energy and speed of the silver Mercedes matrix. And I don't know if I wrote that down anywhere, And why do I say it? Because Silver Star Mercedes-Benz, okay, is numbered at 85, and Star is 58. The opposite of silver. Silver is 85. Star is 58. 1 in Gematria tree is 58, while 2 in the Gematria line of counting numbers in 1, 2, 3, not putting the numbers after the letters or the numbers before the letters when we do the count, meaning that at the end, the 27th letter would be, let's say, 1, or etc. as so. So Mercedes-Benz says exactly 85, 58. Mercedes is 72. The most you can get in silver, 9 times 8 is 72. Silver is 85. Star is 58. If you put them together, it's 1313, just like we went over on the other page. Then we get Benz, the spirit time of the Christ. 7 times 4, 7 plus 4 is 39. This also connects to Einstein. Okay, and then we can go right on to the stripes and the solids and pool. So I showed you that the way 50, let me see. I'm trying to figure out, here it is. Yeah, I was on the other page. So now we have this time. So now when I take 5724 when I was born Hebrew time, and I took off the amount of time, from this time, okay, in my time, this is the time I was born Hebrew, this is the time I was born here. When I minus 1 from the other, 3761. 3761, 3761. Do you understand? This is 7286. This is not 5724. I'm minusing this. Here, I'm minusing this. This is the period of time of when they switched to the Gregorian calendar, making it this number. Jesus was born 3757. This is 3761. There's a year lost in there. Automatic. Automatic, the year is lost, but it's not lost. Okay? I don't know exactly how it works, but something's permissioned in my brain. Oh, you knew that already, eh? So I'm so happy I did this video. There's so many little things. I keep telling everybody about 14, 14, 14. Well, the reason why they can't count the 10 and the 4 is because it's for the codes. Hello, everybody. Yeah, we're down here on the highway. Highway what? Highway 70 and Highway 35 in Kansas City. Oh, Tornado Alley. Coming out from the Great Lakes, I'm presuming, because of the tornado turbine they have at the top above the Great Lakes. Yes, I know all about Niagara. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're living on a made-up planet, but we're too blind. What do you think they keep pushing us towards the cities for? Yeah, if people can actually go and row their boats, row your boat ashore, and if they can actually do that, and not go with the actual, and go with the actual sun, I don't think, and I do think, well, I don't think all the time, I think you're going to go to the edge of the earth, and you're going to look over the earth and go, whoa, there's a skirt. There's nothing down there. And the energy is pulling me over. And you look down and you go, it's Niagara Falls. You understand? There's something, I can't explain it. You ask the right question. I can play games with it. You can listen to it. You can play games with it. We can throw it back and forth. No one's getting in trouble. We're all learning. Hey. But anyways, I had a good night Saturday night. It was my sister's 25th wedding anniversary. And can you guess what I? Can you guess what a? Can you guess? Can you guess? Can you guess? Can you guess what else? Can you guess what? Was that all you ate? And then came along. What do you bet? I'm not sure what I ate, but the coffee don't speak. Just keeps me rolling and moving on over. Raphael 7286 with whatever else I missed. I hope you had a good 15 minutes. I'll thank you for being here. I'm being here well when you're there. Thank you for the few minutes of your time, and we are parking take together on this. Thank you.